Hello and welcome to the first session of our Velosio Summit focused on delivering insights to help small and medium-sized businesses grow, leveraging increased efficiencies, robust reporting, and process improvements. Our session, Outgrowing Your Current Accounting Software, What Are the Signals?, is designed to help you identify key indicators that your existing accounting solution could be impacting your growth. Here's a quick look at our sessions offered during the summit. You can visit our summit URL that you see on the screen to register for any or all of these sessions. Just a couple of housekeeping items we'd like to mention before we begin. All attendees are in listen-only mode. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please submit them through the GoToWebinar question box. We'll be collecting questions to answer as a follow-up to this session or have a short Q&A if time allows. I'd like to go ahead and introduce today's speaker. Matt Folan is an account executive at Velosio. So Matt, I believe we're ready to go ahead and transition over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rebecca, and welcome everyone. My name is Matt Folan. I am an account executive at Velosio. I have a background of over 20 years of small business and entrepreneurial projects, and also associated with technology. And I'll be glad to lead you through the discussion today of Microsoft Business Central and introducing how Business Central can help you transform your business and get prepared for the future. For today's agenda, we want to go through why companies choose basic accounting packages, and the key thing to take away in this is look for signs. And I'm sure if you are joining our meeting today, you're here for a reason, right? And so the questions are, what are the signs that you've outgrown your current system? And Microsoft is doing some very exciting things with what we call the digital transformation and Dynamics 365 Business Central. And then what would be the benefits for you and your company that Business Central would provide? And lastly, we're going to walk through a case study that Velosio did with Business Central for Flock Specialty Finance. So why startups choose basic accounting packages? And I think obviously the answer number one is everyone needs to know how much money they're making, right? And while QuickBooks serves small businesses accounting needs well at first, but you know, things have changed. Your company has grown, and it's time to consider options moving forward. And you need to consider the fact that your current entry-level system may be holding you back. And our clients oftentimes will get started with spreadsheets, and that's easy to outgrow. But also, they choose a package because of the low cost, right? It's easy to sign up to get, for example, QuickBooks or some other basic accounting system, and for $100 to $200, you're able to get an entry-level desktop installed single user version. And it's easy to get up and running, easy to use. It has basic accounting. It covers all the general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, payroll, inventory, some level of reporting, and basic cash flow. And it's a safe choice, right? It's a safe choice to quickly get up, and you're just concerned about getting your company up and running. So now things have evolved. So things have changed, and I know from my experiences with technology over the last 15 years, things have changed. The number of things that we do with our phones and our tablets has grown exponentially. I know that I order quite a bit of things from Amazon through my phone. I'm able to receive a check and deposit it into the bank without having to go to the bank and fill out a form and put it in the ATM. So things have changed, and this is all part of the unprecedented change that we've been dealing with over the last 10 years. And today, businesses often outgrow their initial accounting software and ERP systems also. They're finding that they're unable to meet expectations, unable to manage inventory, lack integration with other business systems, and have reporting and analytical limitations. You also might feel some challenges around scalability and mobility. The workforce now is oftentimes outside the office as much as they are inside the office, and also engaging with the cloud. Growth for the small to medium-sized company is often obtained by working harder, not smarter. And I know everyone would like to have it be the other way, is to grow through working smarter. So take a minute to identify if your current system has what it takes to make the most of new opportunities for growth. Here are the signs that you should be aware of, and perhaps you already are, and that's why you've joined us today. Are systems disconnected and information siloed? Do you have duplicate data entry into multiple systems just as a daily routine? Are numerous accounting efforts in Excel not just your financial system? Is reporting complicated and provides insufficient information? Are there lack of secure workflows and audit trails, which then provides increased risk for your business? And are you able to handle more complex and a diverse business model? Many companies will start with one business model and then they will grow through diversity. And from my experience, these are really common concerns of most of our prospects and clients that we work with. You know, I call this my confirmation slide. This is my confirmation that these concerns that you have and perhaps these initiatives that you want to tackle here in your future, that you're on the right track. Is the statement that customer is king is always, you know, it's older than most of us have been alive. But in years past, we didn't always know our customers and had to guess at what they want and how they will react to what they will buy. And today we know more things about our customers than ever before. And that means we collectively can transform our business to be more valuable to your customers. So consider these 5 points. I really find this interesting, is that over 2 billion active social media accounts will be on the internet, over 3 billion active internet users, 2.4 billion smart devices by 2018 and 19, and over 80 billion connected Internet of Things devices by 2025. And within 10 years, we'll see the number of devices on the internet connecting to the internet jump from about 48,000 per minute today to over 152,000 per minute. And so from PricewaterhouseCoopers, this is just confirming that 86% of the CEOs consider digital their number one priority. Business Central and how it's designed for your future. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central provides a logical progression from software packages like QuickBooks for many companies. And let's take a look at why that is. For those that are not familiar with the other packages that Microsoft has provided over the years, this is a really good slide that brings into light a little bit more detail about Business Central and its history. In the lower section here, you'll see that it refers to Dynamics Nav. Dynamics Nav has over 160,000 companies that are running on it. It is an on-premise financial package with manufacturing. It's been around for over 20 years and it's used throughout the globe. Microsoft took that structure and that code and put it in the cloud and made it available in the cloud. It is the same product. So that when you go to, for example, YouTube and you find someone demonstrating NAV 2018, you will see in Business Central that they are one and the same. You can actually use a NAV demonstration to follow in Dynamics D365 Business Central. And with the deploying of Business Central in the cloud, now as of 2019 and moving forward, both the on-premise version of NAV is now called Dynamics 365 Business Central. So it is available on premises and in the cloud and in hybrid capabilities also. So the future of the small to medium-sized financial system from Microsoft is Dynamics 365 Business Central. So let's talk about digital transformation. Digital transformation is not simply about technology. It's a business strategy that requires leaders to re-envision your existing business models and embrace a different way of bringing together people, data, processes to create value for your customers and capture new opportunities and new organizations. Digital transformation means you need to re-envision how you engage your customers, empower your employees to achieve more, optimize your operations, and transform your products. To enable digital transformation strategies so organizations can grow, evolve, and meet these changing needs of customers, as well as capture new business opportunities, companies need intelligent business applications, and that's where Microsoft D365 Business Central comes in. I love this because it really starts bringing together the value of one single point of truth. Dynamics 365 Business Central is Microsoft's next generation of intelligent business applications in the cloud. And what makes Dynamics 365 unique is that it harnesses the power of one Microsoft. This is the big push that Satya Nadella has brought about, is the coming together of all their systems in one Microsoft. With a deep integration between Dynamics 365 and Office 365, this brings together the two worlds of business process and personal productivity. We surface familiar tools like Excel and Word within the context of a business process, significantly increasing productivity and decreasing context switching. How many of you perhaps have got multiple systems that you're logging into throughout the day just so that you can get information from point A to point B? On the right, there is the Power BI and Cortana Intelligence, and they're natively embedded into Dynamics 365 for predictive insights, prescriptive advice, and actionable next steps. When you use Business Central for the first time, it's actually accessible in Outlook. So when you receive an email from a prospect saying, hey, can you quote me these 5 widgets that you quoted me last year, is actually Cortana Intelligence will recognize the email address, it'll recognize the item number as being something in your system, and then it'll actually suggest by intelligence who the customer is, what is it that he or she may want, and it enables you to do a quote on the fly right out of Outlook. It's very cool technology. And business can also adapt and innovate in real time with common data model. You'll notice here along the bottom that that bar goes all the way across, and this has been the holy grail of data, is can the information flow from your CRM system, flow from the quotes into your ERP system, and so that you're able to generate a production order, manage your inventory, and know who you're doing this for and through, and it all comes from the common data model, common data service. We've also introduced the Microsoft App Source, so businesses can easily find and evaluate line of business SaaS applications from Microsoft and our partners across Dynamics 365, across Office 365, Cortana Intelligence, and the Azure platform. So let's get a complete picture across your businesses. I like this picture because it gives you a sense of the different platforms that today's workers requiring them to use. Some want to have the laptop, some want to have the tablet, and there's still those that work on the desktop, and enables you to move between the different platforms. So perhaps you identify with one of these business leaders. You know, the finance team has their set of needs. The sales team has their set of needs. The marketing team has their set of needs, and the IT team. Each one of these business leaders within your organization, perhaps you wear multiple hats, perhaps you're the sales manager and the IT guru at the same time. Perhaps you are the head of finance, but you're also driving the marketing activities. And what's on the top of the mind for business leaders like you is that you need to get better tools to drive these functions, and this is what Microsoft Business Central is going to provide you. So going beyond the accounting function, Business Central combines your multiple disconnected systems into one. It will boost efficiency with automated tasks and workflows, all from within the familiar Office tools like Outlook, Word, and Excel. And you're able to get an end-to-end view or one point of the truth from within Business Central of your business and your business units with built-in intelligence where and when you need it. Dynamics 365 Business Central will connect your people and your processes with a unified solution. And so data can easily be shared with key people throughout your organization. So as your sales team forecasts their sales, that will then enable to forecast production and inventory needs, which then will flow all the way to financials and enable you to get a complete view of your company from the pre-sales process all the way through cash flow and inventory. And you'll have access to the most current and accurate information, so you're making the most informed decisions possible. So for example, a sales rep in the field might make a change to a customer quote. That gets reflected in the numbers pulled up for forecast back at the office. And with better information, you can work smarter, not harder. Make smarter decisions. Perfect segue into the next chapter. A new solution doesn't mean hours of training or disruption of key processes. Dynamics 365 Business Central lets you get up and running quickly. Right from the start, you can handle the most common tasks of quotes, orders, invoicing, purchasing, cash management, and reporting. If you're currently using QuickBooks, transferring your company's financial data into Dynamics 365 Business Central is quick and painless. Microsoft actually provides tools for that. Intuitive migration tools allow you to import all the data you need for maximum business continuity, and there's no need to slow down and by switching to a new solution, and it doesn't have to impact your day-to-day workflow. By using familiar Office tools your people are already familiar with, everyone gets up to speed quickly without extensive training. Applications like Outlook, Word, and Excel provide a comprehensive and reassuring experience that gives everyone confidence. It's built in the cloud, so it's easy to set up, to manage, and to scale. Make the system work for you. Business Central connects your people and processes. It will enable you to get your end-to-end view, sell smarter, and improve your customer service, and enable your employees to get optimal outcomes. Start and grow easily. Free your business and your people from the limitations of multiple disconnected solutions with the inefficient employee workarounds, that waste time every week. Dynamics 365 Business Central automatically pulls your systems and your processes together so that your people won't have to, getting your entire company in sync with the growth of your business. It'll enable you to automate critical processes with easy to create workflows, audit trails, and secure processes without adding complexity. So the content that I would like to have you look a little bit more closely on when we're talking about adjusting and scaling your needs is the content on this tablet. This is a nice screenshot of the app source within Microsoft Dynamics. And as you grow and as your applications need more functionality, is that the app source helps businesses and helps business owners do more with the solution that they've invested in. And it's an ecosystem of apps that allow you to discover, trial, and deploy, all designed to work within Business Central. By providing relevant line of business solutions that integrate within the Microsoft Intelligent Cloud, Microsoft App Source and our library of solutions enable businesses to and users to easily find and evaluate the line of business SaaS apps, add-ins, and content packs from Microsoft and our partners, including those that are built on top of Dynamics 365, Office 365, and the Azure platform. With integrated add-on applications and Microsoft Power Apps, it's easy and cost-efficient to extend Dynamics 365 Business Central to fit your industry and your business needs. Quickly create apps that work on any device using Microsoft Office-like experience, and templates to get started quickly, and a visual designer to automate workflows. It's very cool. Users can leverage the built-in connections or ones built by your company, even by using Power Apps and cloud services such as the other Office applications, data storage applications like Dropbox and OneDrive, and on-premise systems like SharePoint, SQL Server, Oracle databases, SAP, and more. So on to a really cool case study by Flock Finance. Flock Specialty Finance is nearly a 30-year-old company headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. And Michael Flack, he's a former Dun & Bradstreet executive and financial advisor and investment banker, and he founded the company, is still the chairman and CEO. The company that he has made so successful provides financing to companies that are purchasers of consumer debt. And while Flock is far from a startup, until recently it was actually running on a very basic accounting system, and they realized it was time for a change. Flock was a growing company. It needed a more robust management system. They were raising millions of dollars in capital from their investors, and their feedback was that they were concerned about the security of their financial systems and their ability to manage the funding. They only had a single login for QuickBooks, and the accounting manager was logging into QuickBooks on a daily basis from one laptop without backup support. And I know that probably makes a lot of the financial people on the line cringe when they think that everything was on a laptop without any backup support. But many companies get going, they get started down this road, and then they realize, okay, the day has come where we have to change. Then the question is, where are you changing and what are you changing to? So when the search began for a new system, cloud-based was the top priority. And according to Paul, he says, we don't have a room with blinking lights at Flock. So they're an investment group. They are managing money. They don't have a closet full of servers and RAID hard drives and backups and an IT guy to keep it all working and perhaps hit the reset button at 3 o'clock in the morning. So Flock asked its customers and colleagues what they used, and after eliminating several other systems on reviews alone, they settled on Intact, NetSuite, and Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central as the top 3 finalists. They were already using Microsoft Office 365, they were using SharePoint, and they really liked the potential of the common data service and the integration between the products of Dynamics. And in the end, it was the Microsoft name and strategy, the lower total cost of ownership, the single point of truth, and the integration with Power BI that drove their decision to choose Dynamics 365 Business Central. Implementation began in December, and Flock was live within 5 months. And Flock believes it could have been done in 2 if it were not for year-end audits and year-end closing and some pauses to the project that required us to take a break while they did their audit. But they could have done it much more quickly, and typically for a Velosio project, we can do financial projects in 2 months. The Flock team completed training from Velosio and was off and running with the new system. Although Flock's Dynamics 365 instance was not integrated to third-party applications, the company will soon switch to Wells Fargo for its banking, and that integrates with Dynamics 365. Flock is currently managing 555 financial portfolios, and in the past, each portfolio had its own separate general ledger account with 3 accounts for each portfolio. Their chart of accounts in QuickBooks was huge, as you could understand, but it was a very large number of pages. Now with Dynamics 365, Flock has reduced the number of GL accounts to 3: investment, return, and allowance, and is utilizing dimensions within Dynamics to manage each portfolio. This gives Flock a rich opportunity for analysis without creating complicated charts of accounts. And if to the attendees of today's presentation, one of the things for Microsoft is that they allow user-defined financial categories, and they call that dimensions. And perhaps if you do a little search offline after this meeting, you can do Microsoft Dynamics dimensions, perhaps use of, and there'll be lots of online content explaining how dimensions can help you with your financial reporting. Additional time savings are in report creation. Traditionally, Flock's CFO generated reports that he was manually creating once a month. These now reports are created with a click of a button, saving him at least 30 minutes or more every month. And having the data stored in the cloud ensures safety and security, and to ensure that this information will be available to all the executives within Flock anytime, anywhere. Having the product developed and supported by Microsoft provides Flock confidence that the product will always be updated with the latest and greatest technology and the newest versions. And Microsoft will continue to make investments in Dynamics Business Central. And they like how it's tightly integrated with Office 365. They have Power BI and are ready to use that once they get experienced with the system. Additionally, Flock appreciates the tight integration and upload features that are available from Microsoft Excel. So from Michael, the closing comment is that the Microsoft Dynamics 365 project was a good example of the benefits of process improvement, something I want to institutionalize at Flock. And this new system streamlines workflows, saves time, is more secure, and helps us scale the business, which is critical to profitable growth. So starting to head towards a conclusion here is these 6 key benefits from Dynamics 365 Business Central we hear from our customers regularly. Each one has a different experience because each one comes to the table with different needs and pain points. But this is a great summary of what we find that we touch on in these projects that we help our clients with. And being able to simplify the work process. I work with a company that for years, they were very happy producing a weekly report that was a financial overview. And every Friday they would sit down and review the financial report by hand. Eventually the company grew to over 50 million, and that financial report ended up being almost 300 pages long, but they continued to do this weekly review by hand. And when they finally realized that that same information will be available to them in real time through tiles, through things they can click on, as soon as you turn on your laptop, even if you go home and you want to see the cash balance of your company, the owner can. So it simplifies the process. And this trickles down to empowering the employees. It unifies the business processes. It's integrated with multiple different platforms and data sources. and the streamlining of daily processes and enabling you to have the analytics and the capabilities. These pieces of the puzzle really do make a difference in our clients' business lives. And very quickly, like to just briefly introduce Velosio at a little bit more than just a couple names and voices on the other end of a presentation like we're doing today. But Velosio is one of the largest master VARs of Microsoft products in North America. We have over 300 employees and over 4,000 clients. We have historically done projects in the small to medium-sized businesses throughout the East Coast, Midwest, and the West, and we are doing many projects even all the way out to California. And we have a very large organization with great Microsoft resources and intelligence within this industry. We have over 150 affiliates. Affiliates are small 4 to 5 employee specialty consultants that they have their handful of clients that they work with on a daily basis, but they're not big enough to fly out to Microsoft and understand the newest trends and do the training. So we actually have these affiliates that we have relationships with, that we work together in harmony in supporting their activities, their technical needs, and keeping them up to date with Microsoft's goals and transitions in this digital transformation. So we've been doing this for over 30 years. We have 8 verticals that we categorize our skill sets in, and we have lots of industry awards, and historically we've done over 8,500 projects. But the key data point that we're really proud of, I know that the board and the founders of the company are really proud of this 96.1% client satisfaction and 95% client retention rate. We work very hard to not only produce and implement a great project for you, but also have great client services as a follow-up.